Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm doing the second catastrophic soul-crushing review, Tower of Raging Tempest. For those of you who don't know, Tower of Raging Tempest is a mid-high catastrophic tower located in Zone 10. It's also now the hardest tower in the spatial system, dethroning Tower of Empty Meaningless Patterns. Raging Tempest is basically a greenhouse that descends into chaos. That's pretty much what the text says. To get to Tower of Raging Tempest, all you have to do is go to the psychologically unsafe hotel. So once you're at the hotel, right over here should be a lightning bolt you can pick up, and then kind of make your way over here to this structure over here. And just like that, you are at Tower of Raging Tempest. Where? Okay. Maybe a loading glitch, but anyways, guys, second catastrophic tower, new hardest, Tower of Raging Tempest. Man, this video I was so excited to make, bro. This tower was so cool, and I just absolutely loved playing through it. It honestly might be a 10 out of 10 tower for me. I can't even lie. Anyway, starting off, the portal room is just, it's awesome. And here we have Tower of Raging Tempest. If you're new to these soul-crushing reviews, this is basically a series where I take a specific soul-crushing tower, preferably one that I've already been, Raging Tempest for example, and just play through the tower, explaining what I like and dislike about the tower. I'll also talk about my experience with the tower, or certain floors or jumps or whatever. I might even give strats or helpful tips to beat the tower as well. So without further ado, let's get into the Tower of Raging Tempest soul-crushing review. Starting off with floor 1, and floor 1 is nothing too special. There's a lot of LDM options you can do. Personally, I turned all these off, and replacing the double jump can actually be pretty, or the outline can be pretty helpful at times because it makes the double jumps a lot more easier to see. Anyways, yep, floor 1. Floor 1, there's nothing too crazy to it. I mean, it kind of just gets you introduced to the tower. I'll also be playing with vertical mobility, so I don't really have to focus on repeating the tower while making the video at the same time. So first decently hard jump of the tower. Just gonna have to flick pretty sharp there. I was actually lagging a little bit, so if that kind of not ruined the video, but like made the quality look a little worse, then I had normal audio mode, but I turned on ultra, so it should be better now. Anyways, this kind of squiggly wrap is also pretty hard. Just kind of stay close to the walls and you should be good. Oh yeah, something else I forgot to mention about the double jumps. They'll be super common in this tower, along with the stall jumps, which you'll see on floor 2, I think. And then floor 2 here. Oh yeah, these kill bricks right here will teleport you back. I don't know how far back, it kind of depends, but yeah, don't touch those either way. But yeah, floor 2. And the beginning floors, the first 3 floors are not too bad. They can be pretty loot faily at times, but overall I think they're pretty consistent. Oh yeah, elevators will also be pretty common, as well as these conveyor lodges. There are actually no normal lodges in this tower, and they are replaced with the conveyor lodge, and this lodge is actually pretty hard. I was never completely consistent with this, so it's fine if you do fail it every now and then, because it is just genuinely a hard lodge. Dude, I really like this, bro. Just look at the attention to detail. There's just flowers everywhere, and it's just crazy. This is like definitely the most modern tower in the entire game. Entire game might be a stretch. Actually, is that even really a stretch? Saying TORT is the most, well, not most, but like the best designed tower. I feel like for catastrophic it is, definitely, but for an entire game might be kind of crazy, I don't know. Stall jumps here, that's the first sighting. The stall jumps are not the best. I mean, the double jumps are mostly okay, but the stalls can be really hard sometimes. Speaking of really hard, 1 to 8 is basically the first half of the tower. Why do I say this? Because floors 9, 10, and the final stretch are so hard compared to the entire rest of the tower. Like, dude, if you wanna beat this tower, please practice 9 and up. Like, just over practice it. It's so hard. Number 1, the gameplay is just really hard. And number 2, if you fall, you die, basically. Oh yeah, these platforms that move up. I don't know, can't remember if there's any ones that move down, but those aren't too hard. The music in this tower is just, it's something else, dude. Like, 9 to the final stretch is really good. And not just 9 to the final stretch, but 1 to 8 are also really good. I just don't know. I feel like I'm enjoying the songs all throughout the grind. And you have floor 4, which here comes the first extremely punishing, not extremely, but considering 1 to 3 are pretty consistent, but the first pretty punishing part of the tower. Floors 4 and 5 are pretty much over nothing, except like a couple jumps like up here. It could also just be the pressure of if you fall, you have to restart. I found floors 4 and 5 like not the worst. I mean, they were definitely like pretty hard at the beginning of the grind, but overall I never really like failed it endlessly, to be honest. Here's another pretty hard jump before, is this truss flick. Yeah, that's really chokeable. That's probably the hardest jump on 4. Anyways, here we have floor 5, and 5 is not much different from 4. I think 5 is easier, to be honest. I mean, they're both hard floors, but I feel like 5 is just definitely a lot easier than 4, for sure. 5 is just scary, I feel like. For this truss, upwards momentum like that, that's a pretty decently hard jump of 5. Another thing I want to talk about for this video is my grind experience. Now, Tower of Raging Tempest, I had 2 grinds, basically. A first grind and then the re-grind, which was a lot more successful. But the first grind, I literally got to 8, like, oh, my phone. I got to 8, like, a couple or maybe, like, a few times, but I was getting super unlucky, so I took a pretty big break from the tower, came back for regrind number 2, and was making a lot better progress. So, if anything, just practice this tower. Any catastrophic tower you play, like, you're gonna want to have, like, a break, dude. It's gonna get so hard to the point where it's just gonna be demotivating. So yeah, I would definitely recommend taking, like, a few breaks on this tower. Like, they don't even have to be really long breaks. You can just, like, take a break in between fails, at least. Unless it was, like, a fail on 1 to 3. Just calm down for a second and just go again, because keep playing, you're only gonna make more progress. But can't do that if you're mad, so some pretty important advice for just catastrophic towers in general. But anyways, floor 6. We are at the 3rd section of the tower. Now, 6 to 8, you'll definitely struggle with this section of the tower once you get here, but after a while, it should be getting kind of consistent at least. Another pretty hard conveyor lodge. That one's really chokeable. No matter what, I would just fail it at random, so if you fail that, don't, like, be bad on yourself. This jump right here, some people say this is like one of the hardest jumps of the tower, and I can see that, but like my strat is go to basically the center of this one stud, turn like that, and just like that, And make sure you can actually see the jump, because if you can't see it, then you're cooked. Anyways, this is probably the last hard jump, and should be pretty good to floor 7. Also, did I mention, like, 9 to Wimpad is almost just as long as 1 to 8. Like, dude, those floors are so long, dude. It's insane. Anyways, floor 7. Probably the easiest floor of the 3 in this section. That whole segment is just, I don't know, I never found that consistent, to be honest. A lot of people flick here, which is fine, but I like to just jump off like this. It's not too bad, but because then you don't have to worry about flicking. I also really like the atmosphere, dude. Like, the atmosphere on 9 to final stretch is like the best. Probably one of the best in the entire game, but this is still really good. TRT just overall has a really good atmosphere and just decoration and lighting and stuff like that. Dude, I think have floor 8, which is, in my opinion, the 3rd hardest floor if you don't count the final stretch as floor 10. Floor 8 is also a really big roadblock. The gameplay in this floor, nothing incredibly hard. It's really just chokeable, especially this part. That part is that, dude, this stall right here is just evil sometimes, bro. It's insane. Don't be mad if you fail 8 a lot, because 8 is just one of the hardest floors in the tower. This truss, I'll just go here. Make sure you're really into the truss and just like that. I honestly really like floor 8. Like, floor 8 was just so fun to play in real ones. That jump is also pretty hard, the double jump. Same with this one. I usually do it like that. And here you should be at the transition to 9 and 10. And oh boy, good luck with this, dude. You are now entering the hardest part of the tower. Floor 9. Welcome to hell. Before you proceed, keep one thing in mind. Do not fall. In the Isle of the Storm now, take caution. And as you can see below you, that's an instant kill. So don't fall, please. You could actually either bottom flip that or do like that. I found jumping off it instead of flicking is easier, but you guys can do it however you like. This flick, nobody talks about this flick, dude. It's actually brutal, bro. This is hard. This is very hard. One of the hardest parts of floor 9. I like to do it like actually at the stalls, but yeah, the music. I almost forgot to mention, but this song is so good, and the atmosphere is so good too. I mean, this tower is just infamous for floors 9 and up. Like, this is where the tower actually begins. Oh yeah, there's also an outside. Look at that. More things you have to do, and guess what? The outside goes all the way around the frame. Floor 9 is probably the hardest floor in the tower. This elevator to the stalls is absolutely brutal. Now, granted, there is a kill break here, so if you fail, you're not dead, but it's still a very hard jump. I really like this floor, honestly. Replaying this, like, floor is just so fun, dude. It's such a freaking good floor. Very hard, but very fun. I don't know why I choked this jump twice. I choked that jump twice. A lot of people stay on the truss there. I don't find that very consistent, but you guys can do it what you want. I just like to bounce off. You're so close, don't give up now. Oh yeah, for this truss, don't do this. Don't just go to, like, right here and do it. Like, it works, but It's not the best try. I'll go here. And then do that. So you get distance. Last extremely hard jump of 9, honestly. This jump is so, like, underrated. I always found that jump super hard. I know there's a strat, but that's kind of how I do it, even if it looks a little bit sketchy. But anyways, floor 10. Best of luck to you. Now, floor 10, easily the longest floor in the tower. Easily one of the hardest floors in the tower. Harder than 9? I don't know, 9 is pretty hard. 10 is the longest if you include the final stretch, but yeah. The game plan 10 is not as hard as it is compared to 9. 9 is way harder. But 10 is definitely chokeable, not including the final stretch. Especially that jump. This jump right here is really hard, especially under nerves. Kind of like the floor 6 stress here. I like to do that. Here what you can do, you roll yourself like right here, so your cursor's in the center. Pretty good strat. And here you have 10 outside, which is really scary. Crow punishment. Dude, this is insane. Bro, this gameplay, these floors, wow, dude, they're so good, bro. I just actually love playing through this. No doubt they're stressful. These floors are definitely the most stressful part of the tower. If you're using items, T-pose is really good for this, so you don't hit your arms like that. I like to do this with a lot of trusses, by the way, but yeah, I just kind of do that so you don't have to worry about flicking. And here you have the final stretch of the tower. You got this, don't mess up now. Maintain your composure and good luck. This is the finale. Have fun. Welcome to the final part of the tower, and one of the hardest parts of the tower, but the final stretch is so, just the atmosphere is insane. The song is insane. Just look at this, dude. It's crazy. Once you get to like a little higher up, because the final stretch ascends, you'll have a lot more structures to catch yourself on. I like to use downward momentum. This was my first final stretch fail, because I jumped too late, I think. Really underrated jump. I actually found that pretty hard. Oh yeah, and just look at this. This section is just so scary, dude. Like that. I think that's the only wall with the tower. This spinner. This spinner is so scary. I never actually failed this spinner, but dude, that's so cracking. I kinda like to do this like angle it like this and then like that. So your arm still hits the double jump for your body, but you can easily climb it. This jump is so underrated, bro. This jump is actually like decently hard. This jump is also underrated. Here you have the final part of the final stretch. And don't fail that. Just take your time with these jumps, and here you have the final jump of the tower. Well, not of the tower, but not like that. It's a pretty decently hard jump. Dude, don't fail this. Luckily, I didn't fail it, but that is a pretty hard section. Pretty hard final stretch overall, and 9 and 10, but as you can see, the tower looks absolutely amazing. Oh yeah, one final jump. Don't joke this, please. The win room, which isn't really the win room, but the win room. Dude, honestly, my favorite catastrophic tower. It's just, I mean, it's the second one I've been, but it's still really fun. So that is the tower, and now I'm going to end the video off here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This video was, oh my god, it was so fun to make, just like the toe dive video. super fun to make. I loved playing through this again after quite a while. It's been since like end of May, so it's been a month. But yeah, this tower, really freaking fun, dude. I actually have no words, bro. One of the best towers I've ever played in this game. At first, I couldn't even get to 9, but then I took a break, came back to the tower, got to 9, got to 10, got to the final stretch, got to the win pad. This tower, dude, it was such a journey, bro. Like, I don't know how many days of grinding exactly, but I can say it's definitely quite a bit. I had, like, a little over, yeah, around 2,500 minutes, but yeah. This tower, super good, super awesome. Really love this. This is honestly one of the best videos I'm probably going to put on the channel. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.